I just don't really know how to use Twitch properly, and every time I press the buttons and try and change it, it just doesn't really work. Anyway, I've gotten a bit of an interesting thing here. Obviously, I was away over the past kind of week and a bit. I was away, and it meant that I missed some stuff because I was away in Indianapolis covering board game stuff. Obviously, I missed Gamescom and I missed a lot of the news, and one of the major things to come out of Gamescom, of course, was video games news. There was a lot of video games. So what I thought I'd do is actually try and catch up on that. But I'll do better than that, because there's probably some exclusive stuff that people missed. I discovered a bit of an exclusive here, I think, in the form of Hideo Kojima's next big project. Because obviously all that Silent Hill stuff is pretty old hat now, but it's something a bit spicier than that, I've noticed. Because I've just been, as I said, I've been travelling around the UK, so I'm pretty jet lagged today. I've mostly just been eating chocolate fingers and drinking coffee and trying not to fall asleep. But I realised, with this whole streaming thing, look at this, Hideo Kojima. See here, Sausage After the Rain. What we have here, if I just click on this, it is a picture of 2 Frankfurter sausages and a bread roll. Now obviously, what does this mean? What does this mean? Like, just last week, they released this sort of thing where you just wander about a house looking at pictures, and that turned out to be Silent Hill. So, I mean, this looks like just a picture of a couple of Frankfurter sausages and a bread roll, potentially with some, I think they're just standard chips in the background. But they might be curly fries. I don't think they are. I think they're just short chips. But yeah, basically I've been looking at this for about 4 hours, and nothing's happened so far. But then I realised, I looked up, and I realised that basically maybe nothing's happened because I wasn't streaming it. You know? So maybe it's one of these things where if you start streaming Sausage After the Rain, then we'll get to see the ending. We'll get to see the actual, what happens. Let's look in the chat, see what's going on. So, yeah. Any suggestions? So far, nobody seems to know what this could be, but I think sometimes it takes a while, because I think with PT you had to play it for like ages, didn't you? There aren't really many clues here, to be honest. I mean, there's the napkin, but I don't think the napkin is related to many gaming IP series. There aren't many IPs that make me immediately think napkins. Whereas sausage, obviously, you've got a whole bunch of stuff there. A whole bunch of stuff. Hot dogs, sausages. Nothing's happening yet. I mean, I'm quite confident that something will happen quite soon. Should do, anyway. Because, I mean, yeah. Obviously, I'm not allowed to. They've changed Twitch recently. Now it's owned by Google. You can't. There's lots of things you can't do. So, I can't have any fun music in the background because of the Google. So you just have to imagine. Just imagine some music, and actually the great thing about this is you can imagine whatever music you want. It could be some dubstep. I hear people on the internet quite like that. It could be TikTok by Keisha. I quite like that song, and that's not just because she's called Keisha. Obviously, Keisha is a great name because it is mostly quiche. There is a possibility actually that the chips could spell something. Looks like it's sort of, the first chip is a bit like a J, and then the second chip is like an O, and then the third chip is like an I, and then the last one's just a chip. So it also almost says join, joiners, joinery. Is it a game about making wooden cabinets? Doils? Not doils, what are they called? The little things, the little bits, the little wooden bits that go in the IKEA things. They look like little wooden sausages, but with engraved lines on them. Hold things together. Doweling? No. Sausage after the rain. Sausage after the rain. Sausage after the rain. The thing is, though, I quite like what they did with PT. I thought that was a clever idea. You know, having a demo that people can download and play, and then having it so it's having something that can get activated by streaming. That's a really clever idea. It's a really clever way to announce a sort of new thing, isn't it? It's really cool. But the thing about this is, this doesn't feel interactive enough, if I'm honest, because this is basically, oh well, this is a JPEG. This is not working, but you have to imagine that that is Twitter again, but it's not working, so you're going to have to imagine that. But then we go back to the sausage. Obviously, this is actually the JPEG image of a sausage, and the bread, and the plate, and the chips. Don't want to rule that stuff out, it could be important. But it is just a JPEG. And I can't help but feel that as a method of announcing a new IP, a JPEG perhaps isn't interactive enough. There isn't a lot to do. I mean, I've got my pad. It's not plugged in yet, but I did have the pad ready, just in case. Because there's nothing worse than when the gameplay starts, when you finish the cutscene. When you finish it, suddenly, all out of a sudden, you go from, you're watching a JPEG of 2 sausages and a bread roll with some out of focus chips in the background, and before you know it, suddenly the game starts, you haven't got the controller, and you get killed. I mean, that's just not good design. But it doesn't look like it's going to do anything. I am actually, maybe it's just something to do with the Google takeover. It's doing something to the sausage somehow. It's yeah, it's not working, is it? Disappointing, but never mind. Thanks anyway. Obviously, thanks Hideo Kojima for this innovative sort of marketing. It's pretty good. I like it. It's not, as I say, it's not as interactive as it could be, but you know, I like this sort of thing. It's been cool. Hopefully, we'll see more of this sort of thing at Gamescom next year. Yeah, and I can't wait to see who unlocks it. So good luck, streamers. Keep on twitching. Thanks for watching. Bye. Sausage.